Ladies and gentlemen, the 48th President of the United States, LeBron James. Happy lunch hour. This one's going to be kind of fun. Some things in life are just too funny not to talk about. This is one of them. It's way too early to be talking about the 2028 presidential election, but God knows we've all seen countless articles about Gavin Newsom or Gretchen Whitmer or AOC or Kamala Harris or J.D. Vance or Ron DeSantis, right? You know, the media is trying to start election season less than a year into the current president's term. It's just humorous to look at some of this stuff. And y'all know as well as I do, polls are useless as tits on a boar hog. Okay. I mean, what was it? 2016, the morning of at lunchtime of the election, the media was still saying, the polls were still saying that Hillary Clinton was going to be the next president. Yeah, that didn't happen. But where you can go really take a look as to what's on people's minds are the betting markets. Okay. And y'all know as well as I do, you can pretty much bet on anything. I mean, it used to be go to the casino and play cards. Maybe you had a bookie somewhere and you could bet on a football game. But now some of the prop bets that you can get on football games are, what's the coin toss going to be? How long is going to be the longest field goal? Whatever, pick something. It's crazy. Politics is no different, all right? And if those of you guys are familiar with Polymarket, okay, Polymarket is an online place you can go and bet on anything. And they've got the odds on who is going to be the next president, who's going to be elected in 2028, that you can bet on, okay, literally with real money, all right? I think I made $50 betting on Trump to win in 2024, okay, just for some fun. I lost $50 betting on him to win in 2020, though y'all know as well as I do, I got cheated out of that bet. So I wanted to see, this morning I ran across an article that was talking about it, and so I wanted to go look. I want you to take a look at this first screen. This is the first page of what the betting odds say, okay? And okay, common sense at the top, as of right now, as you think. J.D. Vance is the leader at 29%. Gavin Newsom being second at 23%. Okay, I mean, I'll buy those as legitimate. There's been $1.5 million bet on J.D. Vance. There's been $1.2 million bet on Gavin Newsom. Okay, not huge numbers by any means, but okay, people are putting their money where their mouth is. Number 3 and 4 are where they get funny. Number 3, AOC, $839,000 is bet, and Polymarket is giving her a 9% chance of being elected. I know there's been conversation that she's going to run, but okay, so be it. Number 4, Dwayne Johnson. Right. That's what who we're going to elect. Please tell me what his foreign policy is. Please tell me what his knowledge of economics is. The guy's a meathead, okay? This is it. We're not talking intelligent, but we weren't either for number 3, and you could really question number 2. Okay? But $943,000 have been bet on Dwayne Johnson. Just to give you this as an idea, this is the public that's betting on this. People are putting their own money toward this stuff, okay? You think that the American public is ill-informed when it comes to their politicians? Oh, I don't know. Let's skip over number 5 and go to number 6. Donald Trump. $1.2 million has been bet on whether or not Donald Trump will be president. And somebody could say, oh, yeah, okay, fine, all the money's been bet against it. No, obviously, if you know anything about how odds are set, they try to balance it off, okay? So you have money that has been bet on Donald Trump to be elected in 2028. Even though there's that little thing that says he's not eligible. So there's people that are throwing money away, going, yeah, I mean, sure, it's 3 cents. You can bet 3 cents to win $1. Okay. Oh, look at the odds of what I can make. Yeah, the odds are 0. Unless somehow Congress changes an amendment. Don't plan on that happening. People are just pissing money away, right? You know, you can go on down further on this. I mean, all right, Pete Buttigieg is no chance. 2%, I'd say that's right. Tucker Carlson, not running. Andy Beshear, I think, honestly, I'd say Andy Beshear is probably much better than 2%. Okay, just giving you that. But let's go on and look at page 2, which is where it really gets funny, or funnier, okay? Over $1 million bet on Kamala Harris because the Democrats didn't learn their lesson the first time that she's a train wreck as a candidate. This is the one that gets me really surprised how far down Ron DeSantis is down the list. Only 1% chance of him becoming president. $670,000. I mean, I've got to think personally today, 3 years ahead of time, that the 2 leading candidates are J.D. Vance and Ron DeSantis for the GOP side. You could throw Marco Rubio in there. I don't think people are overwhelmingly happy that I don't. He's done a good job as Secretary of State, don't get me wrong, but I think 2016 is going to come back and haunt him for little Marco. Just saying. All right. Gretchen Whitmer. There you go. That's a good one. But then we get into some of the real funny stuff. How about Stephen A. Smith? You know, the uber racist ESPN, I don't know what you call him, talking head, analyst, whatever it is. $5.6 million has been bet on Stephen A. Smith to be the president because just what we need, another uber racist in the White House. I mean, we've got Timu Obama and we've got Dollar Store Obama in Congress right now. What the hell is Stephen A. Smith? Okay. Kmart Obama? Pick one. Donald Trump Jr., Vivek Ramaswamy. Don't see that happening. But then again, you've got another one. $5 million has been bet on Elon Musk to be the next president. With a 1% chance. Of course, going back to what we said about Donald Trump, Elon Musk isn't eligible to be president either. You got to be born in the United States. That one's going to be a little hard to change, just saying. You know, unless he can pull out the miraculous Barack Obama birth certificate company and get a new one somehow. We don't know. But this will tell you everything you need to know about how ill-informed, basically how stupid the American public is when it comes to elections. I mean, there was a video I saw the other day about, one of these man-in-the-street interviews asking people how they vote. I vote a straight Democrat ticket. Who's your mayor? I don't know. Who's your governor? I don't know. Who's your congressman? I don't know. Oh, so just because they have a D behind their name, you voted for them? Yup. Moron. Okay. This is where we get into the problem with schools. Civics class was taken out of schools. U.S. government was taken out of schools. Hell, I've told you before, when I went to college down in Texas, I had to take a year's worth of U.S. government. I also had to take a year's worth of Texas government to graduate. Okay, those are requirements. Not every state requires a state government class, but at the time, I don't know if it still does, Texas required 1 year of state government. Okay, so you had to know how the state constitution was written, who the governor was, who your representative was, who the lieutenant governor, the attorney general, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. You had to know all that stuff, right? You learned What a concept about school. They didn't teach us rainbow flags and 87 genders. They taught us stuff that was actually real. Crazy concept, isn't it? Now, sure, you can... Now, sure, you can go look at this and say, well, there's money to be made. Sure, there is. You could easily put money on Donald Trump is not getting elected in 2028. And what do you make? 3 cents on your bet, thereabouts? Okay. Not exactly what I'd call the greatest return if you're going to put up $97 to make $3 in 3 years. But just saying. But there's people out there that are doing it. Maybe it's play money. But when I get down to the furthest one, and LeBron James, as I said at the top, $15 million has been bet, more than anybody else, on LeBron James to be the next president of the United States. If that doesn't tell you the complete lack of knowledge that the voting public has, I don't know what is. Because somebody tell me how you can bet on LeBron James with food stamps. Because I really don't see anybody that's working spending their hard-earned money on him. Happy fun stuff. Pinball out.